And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Deconversion Stories. Today, I'm talking with a friend of mine from Twitter. His name is, well, on Twitter, it's Frank anyways. Basically, you know what I do here. I kind of want to hear how people sort of left their beliefs behind and ended up becoming an atheist. What was it for you that sort of started that whole ball rolling, and what made you decide to become, a little bit more of an activist, I guess? So take it away, and I'll just cut in here and there wherever.
Yeah, well, mainly for me, because look, my father was Catholic, Roman Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was what do they call that? The German Church and Lutheran.
Oh, Lutheran, yeah, sure.
My grandmother was what they called Old Lutheran. I went to all three of them, and then I got brought up in the Congregational Church.
Oh, yeah.
So my head was sort of, ugh, and I was in there. I was part of the church. I was part of the choir. I was part of the letting people know all the good news and all the good works, And somewhere along the line, I went, "What good book? What good works?" So I started asking the so-called minister that we had at the time there, and he went, "Well, the Bible's not to be questioned."
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I said, "Hey, yeah." And I said, "Well, hang on a minute," because at that time I was pretty much studying it, And I went, "Well, hang on a second." I said, "Well, why is it that the Bible does say, how can you know God or Jesus or whatever word you want there, unless it's been preached, correct?" And he went, "Yeah. So why do we have Bibles?" And that got me. Is this an R-rated show, PG, or what? I gotta know how much I can.
You've got nothing to worry about.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I don't even need glasses. I can see you. That better? Yeah.
Well, I thought you could see me fine.
Yeah. No, I need the glasses to type and to read. I don't need them to see. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're like me. Same thing.
Oh, I like me.
Okay, fair enough.
Good one. Yeah. So anyway, so after all that, I started. What do you call it? It wasn't Christian. It was what's his name? Levine or Levan or something. I found that the Bible according to the devil or something rather. I've forgotten now. Satanic Bible.
Oh yeah, the Anton LaVey thing.
Yeah, him, the bald-headed bloke. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the funny head, But yeah, him. And now what I did, if I took out the word Satan and Lucifer and all that sort of stuff, well, hang on, man, that sounds pretty good to me. And at that time, I'd already left home, and I tested this. Well, I can't remember what it was, a 7-day Adventist or whatever came around to our house one day. And I was reading this book, right? And the first thing that came out of this one's mouth was, "Have you heard the word of God today?" And I went, "Have you?" And I went, "Of course, he speaks to me all the time." "Who does?" "God." "So God's got a voice?" And I went, "Yes." I thought he speaks within, not in a voice. And he went, "Oh, well, he says, yeah, well, we can work that out. We can get around that." So I said, "Hang on a second." So what I did, I went and grabbed the Satanic Bible, and all I did was, flipped it over so he couldn't see what he was reading,
Right.
And I just read out whatever I was reading out, I said, "What do you think of that?" And he said, "Well," he says, "that must be the Bible." He says, "Because that's God's words, and that's exactly how God wants." And I turned it around and went, "You just fucking agreed with the devil, didn't you?"
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard the end of that one, did I?
but he just thought it was the words of God, but he was,
Yeah,
believing now in the words of Satan, so to speak.
yeah. Oh, you should have seen his face. I tell you what, if his face would have dropped any further, I would have played kick with it. Straight in the mouth. You can't do that, apparently. But, so I enjoyed every second of that.
Yeah, no doubt.
But so you got to remember, I don't know, maybe you know, how long has that word atheist and the other one been around over in your country?
The words atheist?
Yeah.
Well, as far as I can remember. You mean like atheist, agnostic, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, those have been words here for a long time.
Yeah, I never heard of them. Never heard of them. Yeah. Now, here's the strange part. When I got married, I said to my parents, I said, well, I have to join her church for the moment so I can marry her. And she went, and my mother and father, oh, so you're gonna change your religion? I looked at her and I went, I haven't had a religion for years. You know that. Yeah, and it was really, really strange. And I said, and what am I changing from one? What do you mean religion? I said, it's one book, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. With like 50 billion different denominations, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck's a Methodist? What the hell is that? And so you got to remember, this all happened at a time when there was no internet.
Yeah.
Internet didn't exist then. I only had, I was what they call, I don't know how you can class this, but I used to get encyclopedias, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I started at A and go right to, and I read everything and I could remember everything.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, well, Stroke sort of stuffed that up, so that's like now, but I knew everything in the books up until around about, I don't know, about 85, I think, 85, no, 95, so when the internet started coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So I started looking up things. And everything Australia had nothing to do with what was going on overseas.
Right.
And I thought, well, what the hell's going on here? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. We had a song here in America, so Beach Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Laying on the sands, between July and September or something,
Mm-hmm.
I was sort of thinking, well, that doesn't sound right. Where are you from? And it just didn't make sense, And as far as the church goes, it doesn't make sense. I even was in what you probably in the Scouts too, weren't you?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Were you ever in the Scouts?
Yes.
Were your Scouts a religious mob?
You know what? I don't really remember. I was a Cub Scout, is what we call them here.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember them pushing a lot of religious ideas or doctrine even at all. Most of it was just outdoorsy shit, right? We just went out and went camping and that kind of stuff, and they just taught us how to survive outdoors and that sort of thing, right? But I don't really recall there being a lot of religious overtone. Like we never had to prayers or anything like that.
Oh no,
So
we didn't have prayers. But what I found out and made me leave. I was in the Scouts, right? But then I found out the Cubs didn't do it, but the Scouts did. We had to go to church every Sunday.
Oh, and really?
Really. And they were they were classed as second Miranda Scouts.
Okay.
But they were part of the Congregational Church.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Like I said, in Cubs, no. But once I got into the scouting part of it, and you couldn't be part of the Scouts without going to church.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and here's some good shit. See, back then they used to have like a wooden bowl about this big, that a plate sort of, that passed around. And we had 10-cent pieces, God knows what back then. And what I used to do, I put in 20 cents in the thing and scab around for 19 cents change.
That's hilarious.
It was funny, and and as I grew, I started having fun. As in, I used to go to nunneries. I used to do it on purpose. I'd go to a nunnery and go, exactly how many virgins are there in here? And they'd look at me and go, why would you ask such a question? I said, well, look, I haven't really experienced a virgin, but I've heard that there's a whole heap of them in here. And if it is, I wouldn't mind going hole to hole just for once. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Yeah.
Jeez, I wonder why.
I don't know. I used to say them we can play musical holes, and they go, "What's that?"
Musical holes. Is that?
Yeah.
I've never even heard that before.
Oh, look, at one stage I wanted to be a comedian, but I had a major problem with that.
What's
Every time I got on stage, some bastard laughed at me.
Isn't that the point?
I don't know. I tell you what, Australia was so far behind and stuff. Okay. Well, I'm getting on to this atheist stuff, right? Sorry about that. I'm went out the window.
That's okay.
Now, I didn't know what a fucking atheist was. Those words were actually not in the dictionaries that we had here.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find one. Couldn't find the meaning of that. Like I said, I'd heard the name, but I could never find out the meaning of it.
Right.
Didn't matter who, what, The closest I ever got was, either you believe or you don't believe. Yeah. I say, either believe or don't believe in what? And they go, in God. And I go, oh, okay. I said, fine. Yeah, but what's with the name? Well, that's what they're calling it. Who is? Well, I don't bloody know. That's what they're calling it, and I'm telling you that's what you think you are.
Yeah, it's just the word that describes what you're describing. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, what I found fun, I still do it. I can't help it. I go Thor, Odin, and the worst comes to the worst, I'll go Iron Man. And I go, why Iron Man? I said, well, he may not be a god, right? And they go, yeah, but he can put this armor on, like they say in the Bible, don't they? And they go, that's not the same thing. Does it protect him? And they go, yeah. Does it get away from harm? Yeah. Does he fight back with it? Yeah. There you go. What? Yeah. There's something wrong with you, boy. Who are you calling boy? Yeah, those good old days,
Yeah. You got to call him the Holy Iron Man then.
Oh well, if you want to, he's probably got all he has to crap, doesn't he? Look, yeah. But what actually got me started on it, and where I started to understand what some of these things meant, was our good friend.
Which good friend?
R&R.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so he's sort of your first experience into the online atheists.
Yeah, I started listening to him. But one of my friends, he is on the fence theist.
Right.
And what he said to me was, he got this, our best friend of the lot, Mr. Holman. And he said, have a listen to him. He will direct you the right way. And I went, yeah, okay. Never heard of the prick. So anyway, so I, what do you call it, got up one of these YouTube things, you know?
Yeah.
And I tell you what, he is the best case I can say to you why you would never, ever, ever, not on the, I'm sorry about that, mate. Okay. You would never, ever want to be anything but an atheist or agnostic or anything else after listening to him.
It's true.
You just can't do it. You just can't. How can you go out and bullshit the way he does to everybody?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's all, I've never understood any of that. Like how, yeah, you know, I could go on and on and on about that shit, my friend, but these people seem to be perfectly, well, these people seem to be perfectly okay with bullshitting people. And that to me is just crazy. But, you know, well, they believe in it too, right? So to them, it's not bullshitting.
But that's the point. Believe in what?
Well, something, a higher power. Either they're deists or they're theists, right? So.
Yeah, but either way, they seem to think that there's an almighty being, a sky man, a boy, someone who's never had kids himself. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't, no. Never had kids. Jesus never married, never had kids, wouldn't know shit from clay, and yet they're going to tell us about everything that we're doing.
Mm.
I got you. Yeah. I reckon they should spend 10 minutes with me and see how they go. You know, I'm one of those, honestly, I'm one of those sort of blokes that he could probably mouth off for half an hour and probably say to me, did you understand all that? And I'd look him straight in the face and go, not all of it. And he'd say to me, which part didn't you understand? You know when you told me to pay attention? And he'd go, yeah, the shit afterwards.
Yeah.
Please repeat.
Yeah, because I don't get any of that. Like, what are you fucking trying to pull?
But okay. My wife's Filipino.
Yeah.
Have you looked up? What it's called, Iglesia ni Cristo. Look that up and see what you think of that one.
I'm afraid already.
Huh?
I said I'm afraid.
You're scared.
Are you still married?
Yeah.
All right, to the same woman, I guess. Is she a believer?
Huh? Oh, yes.
Wow. How do you guys make out with all that? Like, does it bother her that you don't believe?
I mean,
I'll bet you it does.
Huh?
I'll bet you it probably does. She just may not talk about it a lot, but I'll bet you it probably bothers her inside that you are not a believer. Because now she's got to go to heaven and she's got to worry about you going to hell, right? So,
well, as I keep saying, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, as far as I'm concerned, you're with me, I'm heaven.
Yeah. There you go. This is close to heaven you're going to get, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what amazes me is that they come around and go, you have to be forgiven of your sins. And I'm going, fine. What sin have I done that I have to be forgiven about?
Yeah.
And I'm going, do you lust? Yeah, I'm a man. Of course I do. Do you ever think about other women? Of course I do. What do you think will keep me with your wife? And I go, no, you can't be like that, you know. And go, and why not? You know, it's. You need a coffee?
Me?
Yeah.
Why, you gonna supply me one? I'm good. I'm well past coffee now, buddy. It's all about beer. Except I realized I forgot to grab some out of the fridge, so I'll worry about it afterwards.
Are you close to the fridge?
No, it's in the other room.
See, oh, okay, here you go. Long time before the net.
Let me ask my wife. I see. She's got you wrapped around there a little bit, huh?
Wrapped around what?
Her finger. Because if you got to ask, well, you know what? If you're in a marriage, it's always two people that are involved in that commitment. So you have to you do have to bounce things back and forth, obviously, or else you're going to be looking for trouble if you don't.
Well, I never look at she's Christian, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at it that way.
Well, you said she's Filipino, correct? She's Filipino. So wouldn't she be actually one of the Catholic denominations? Because aren't they? No? Okay. All right. Okay.
No. As I said, look it up. You notice something different.
Oh, right. Okay.
If it was Catholic, I wouldn't have said that.
Okay.
Actually, this is one of the this one is one of those that are absolutely against the Catholics.
Oh, very good.
It is.
The more people against those fucking assholes, the better. Like I say that generally because I'm really speaking of the Catholic Church and the stuff that they're that they do where they hide pedophiles and shit, which just I think many people should be speaking out against that fucking church. So.
Well, as far as I can understand, maybe it's my logic, I don't know. But a long time ago, they never thought about that.
No.
It was always a case of, well, I'm not gay, but I'm going to fuck this older boy. You know, Isn't that gay?
Sure. It's both pedophilia.
Yeah.
It's homosexual pedophilia.
I'm just going by male to male stuff. The boys are male and the priests are male. Therefore, according to their own doctrines, they should be done over. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, quite honestly, does that mean the nuns are lesbians?
No. I haven't heard of, it's weird because I haven't heard much about nuns being abusing of children. I think they're probably less likely because, they have that motherhood stuff built in or something, I guess, possibly. Yeah. So to them, it would be, I don't know, man. I've never heard of a story like that myself. There could be, but it's
that's
usually
why
the priests. Yeah, but it's usually the priests.
Why not hang around pairs?
What?
So one nun makes sure the other nun gets none.
Well, maybe they just who knows? Maybe they get it on with each other instead.
That'll make them Chinese, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Me nick you?
What? I don't know.
Oh. That's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, that's well,
I kind of don't even want to go there right now.
No, but what I have noticed, the Catholics in America and Canada, the internet done this to me. I know that the Catholics in America and Canada and all around there, is a totally different animal to what's in Australia. The closest we got here, and you probably heard of his name, Cardinal Peel.
Yeah, the name rings a bell.
Yeah, he just got done.
Did he?
Yeah.
What was he busted for?
Yeah. Well, older boys.
Oh, okay. So another case of pedophilia. Okay. Wow.
But that's the only one I know of here.
Well, at least
The one
at least they dealt with him, which is good because you don't hear about them dealing with these guys often, right?
Yeah. Well, what I had to laugh about was this is only last year anyway when he got it's in the court, you know. But prior to that, he was always interviewed with even long time ago with the one that died, Christopher.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Christopher, what's his name? His last name. I forgot his last name. But yeah, he died. He died about 2010.
Shit, that's almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah, a while ago now. Yeah, and he used to have interviews with a few of the other ones too, but they were all done prior to him getting into trouble. You know. Now he's in the shit, literally. Yeah, well, that's what he gets. You know what I mean? See, I don't know, because of my martial art background, I got brought up. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. You know?
Yeah. Sure.
You want to give me shit? Well, I got two choices: either give you shit or walk away.
Yeah.
You know, we don't believe in violence at all. Only time violence would happen if you were to grab you in the back of the neck or something and say, "Hey, I'm talking to you." You know what I mean?
Well, most of the martial arts are about defending yourself, anyways.
Yeah.
And non-violent, non-confrontational until it's necessary, right?
Yeah. Well, I got taught by a Tibetan monk.
Very cool.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Little fat people. I mean, I don't know if you can see or whatever, but how many people are actually watching us?
Right now, think there's 4 people.
Only 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they ought to get their asses in the gear and tell them about us. Yeah.
Well, I tweeted it out. Terry Davies just joined us. He's another one of your fellow Aussie brothers.
Yeah.
We got my friend Casey Atheist, Bible Belt Atheist, who's also here, and someone else. So for a love of is another guy watching. There's a lot of other shows going on right now, and the communities, that we're involved with, they like to show support for as many of them as possible. So they jump around from show to show and say hello, and because Casey Atheist has waved at you, and Terry is now waving at you, and
hi,
saying
Terry.
hello. And
hi, Terry.
Yeah, hi Terry. And so they'll bounce around from broadcast to broadcast, and that's just the way we do it now. Like if I'm not streaming, I'll do the same thing. I'll go watch Godless Iowan for a bit, and then I'll jump over to non sequitur show for a bit or whatever, right? And we support each other as much as we can.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hoping in the end, when I can get this going somehow. I'm not sure how yet. I got a dead brain. You ever heard one of them?
It's not dead because you're functioning. I said it's not a dead brain because you're functioning right now, but just doesn't work as good as it used to, like mine.
Yeah, well, in a couple of weeks I'll be 61.
Oh wow, I'll be 50. I don't even fucking know how old I am anymore.
Yeah.
I'll be 53 next year. So
53.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll never see that one again.
Nope.
That one, straight out the window, gone. See you later.
Yeah, it flew away.
Have you ever noticed? Have you ever noticed that when you go for a piss at night, the missus always complains you didn't put the bowl down for her, the lid down for them? But how many of these bloody women put the lid up for you?
I think I know. I used to say the same thing too, but yeah. Well, I do it automatically now because every time I'm done, I put everything down: the lid, the seat, everything. I don't need to see the inside of my toilet unless it's necessary. Like when I'm possibly like throwing up yesterday's meal because I had too much alcohol or something, but that's about it.
Oh, I got a question then. What's the percentage of the beer that you drink?
Percentage of the beer?
Yeah.
Usually the ones that I prefer these days are usually 5% or higher. Usually the 5 to 8%. So
yeah, well, at least that's a beer.
Yeah. Well, the Americans, they're measuring. Remember, they're still in the imperial system, so their measurement method is different than ours. So that's why it can sometimes appear less because they do it by ounces instead of mils, right? So it's a different system that works it out to. It sounds like it's less. It might be 4.5% per ounce, like per volume in there, which would still work out to be 5-ish in Canadian or Australian, right? So it's the way they measure their beer. It's a little different, but it works out around the same. But they do have some crap like Bud Light down there. You might as well be drinking water,
Yeah, the Bud water. Yeah, I remember back in about late 70s, the great beer strikes we had here. Every Christmas they went on strike.
I would have moved.
I would have moved. It was Australia wide. Terry will tell you. And but then again, he's from a place that people don't go. Isn't that right, Terry? Anyway, he can't help himself.
He's in Queensland, I think.
Well, that makes it worse. I mean, that's great. Yeah, not far from Queensland. And
Notcha?
Yeah.
No, wait. Maybe it's Notcha that I'm thinking of. Terry, if you're still watching, put in the comments there where a year somebody was from near Melbourne, somebody was near Queensland.
One from Wollongong and one from Perth. They're all over the place.
Oh, of course. But that's
it.
That's if Australia even exists. From what I hear, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's the latest one, isn't
it? Yeah. All started by some stupid internet troll girl. This is like going back a couple of years.
Yeah, like, I don't know where that came from. If we don't exist, well, then where am I?
Another planet. Oh wait, no, they don't exist either. That's all NASA shillery.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one too.
Yeah.
Yes, some of the garbage that they come up with. I mean,
I know.
Quite honestly, if the Earth was flat, the cats would have pushed us off by now.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
And if it's flat, where the hell do you go at the end? Back underneath?
Over the side.
Yeah, well,
apparently you can't go over the side. Apparently, according to their model, there's an ice wall all the way around.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Some shit out of Game of Thrones or something.
Look, there's just so much. I just don't get it,
I don't either.
All I know is if I had the money, if I had it, I'd probably hop on one of these goddamn space, whatever they call them, the thing that they say you can go into space in 20 years or something coming up,
The shuttles.
I'll be dead by then, so they can take up my remains. I don't care.
I'll shoot you into space.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to be shot into space, man. You can do that apparently, and you orbit the Earth for like a few years, and then eventually the orbit decays, and you come shooting back down into the atmosphere like a shooting star. So I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, well, that was the other one. I know. What?
A couple more folks have joined us now. Evans, my friend Evans, who's also known as Faithless Southerner, and Terry's was saying that don't forget that the giant ice wall around the flat Earth is guarded by armed penguins.
Oh, not by the penguins. No, not by the penguins.
Guarded by armed penguins.
No.
Yeah.
In their pretty little fruits and everything.
Hey Evans, and and hey Evans, welcome to the show. We were just talking about his anti-religion or leaving religion stuff, and then we got sidetracked with other stupid beliefs like flat Earth and stuff, just to catch you up to speed.
Yeah. Well,
the fact that Australia doesn't exist or whatever.
Yeah. Well, if Australia does not exist, Aaron and the others never came here.
Yeah. Oh, Evans made a good point. He said, "Do you know of any armless penguins?" Well, technically, Evans, they're winged. They're not armed. So they're all armless. Well, they're sort of wings. They're more like fucking swimming flippers nowadays due to evolution. But
yes,
anyway,
which they buy from Kmart.
Right.
Hey,
would it be P-Mart?
Who?
P-Mart, Penguin Mart. I know.
Oh man, that's who writes your
me. So I'm fired.
Yeah. Hey, here's a good one. I got in the shit for this one too. I said to one minister, I said, okay. Now, according to the Bible, first there was Adam. Adam was put to sleep, right? Yes. And out of his ribs, they brought out this bitch, right? I mean, woman, Eve, right? And they went, yeah. And I said, well, how about Lilith? And they go,
who the fuck is Lewis?
Yeah. I went, but Lilith isn't mentioned in the Bible. I said, yes, she is. I said, out of the books that you left out.
Oh, you're talking about the original woman.
Yes.
Right. And she was sent off to the land of Nod or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won't tell you that one. They leave that one right out.
No, that was removed at some point because they didn't consider it canon. Or it didn't go along with what they were trying to propose as being canon. Right?
Yeah.
So.
But the point is, the Bible that I had from my grandmother, which was an old Bible, and I'm going back into the 1860s, 1850s or something, right?
Wow.
It was handed to her by her mother.
Wow.
So it's probably even going back even further. She is mentioned in there, and they actually even left in the book of what's his name? Enoch, I think it is, or whatever. Not Enoch, the other one. And all those books were still in there. Yeah.
Wow. In the older versions, yeah, I know, because they switched them over. I think in the King James or something, they took them out.
Yeah. And even as far as this King James bloke goes, yeah, he was a bit of a bisexual bloke himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not many know that. And if that comes out and he's actually is or was gay, well, hell, they're reading a thing out of from a homosexual. Oh boy, naughty! Can't do that.
Well, it's a little late to, even if it is found out that he was or whatever, it's a little late to do anything about it. So.
Oh yeah, but he'd be in hell, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah, according to their shit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So he wasn't very saintly, was he?
I don't think they ever classified him as a saint. So.
I don't know. I thought it was good.
He was a king, but I don't know if they classified him as a saint. He's also on a Doctor Who episode, a recent one.
My Doctor Who stopped with Tom Baker.
Yeah, he was one of the best.
You
Definitely
know,
one of the best. Yeah.
and Pertwee and all those other ones. You know, that's where my Doctor Who stuff come from.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the classic stuff too, because it was just so cheesy that it was awesome.
Yeah. Like the beginning of the little robot dogs running around and all this sort of stuff.
K9. Yeah, K9.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. They brought him back in the newer series too, just for a moment. He went, I forget, I think it was Matt Smith or Tennant. One of the two went back to find one of the original companions, and she still had K9 with her. So that was kind of cool. They brought him back just for a little surprise visit in one of the episodes. If anyone knows, hey Duke, any of you guys might be Who fans. If you can remember which Doctor the series was, it was either Tennant or Smith, where they went back and he met up with one of the original companions. Her name's escaping me at the moment. I think it was Mary, and she was given K9, and K9 lives with her now, apparently.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
that's lovely. You know, and but I've just noticed that, like I said, over the years, doesn't matter how much crap you try and get out of these people, you know, they just won't listen. And doesn't matter how much you try and show them that the garbage that they're giving you is wrong, they won't accept it.
Sure
but
enough.
They want you to accept what they're saying.
Oh, I know. And Evans, by the way, said it was the David Tennant series when he was playing the Doctor for that.
Oh, you're a young bloke then.
Hey, David Tennant's a great actor. Even the Doctor Who stuff aside, he's a fantastic actor.
Well, I got back as far as Astro Boy. How's that?
Astro Boy. Whoa, shit. That was first aired in the U.S. I think it was the very first anime to air in the U.S., but it only aired in the public, I think one of the public stations in New York, and that was in like 1953. So
no, that was Mighty Atom.
No, it was. I was looking this up the other day because we were talking about it with some friends of mine, other anime fans, and we were trying to remember which was the first anime ever showed in North America, and it was Astro Boy, and it was 1953 or 54. I can't remember, but those guys that are watching could probably Google that shit and figure it out. And it was only aired in New York, so. Until after that, Astro Boy was then, I think years later, it was aired everywhere. And then they had other animes that hit like Star Blazers and G-Force and a whole bunch of other ones that came out. But that wasn't until the 70s. Yeah, that wasn't until the 70s. Robotech was another one that came out, I think, in the late 60s.
And here's a funny one. I'm lost track again. Look, at the end of the Astro Boy series, which was a color one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the black. No, it was actually done. It was redone in color, right? Mm-hmm. And he's saying bye bye, see you later, and all this sort of stuff. And if you keep going on it, it goes right to the end, and it advertises Goku.
Oh, what? Seriously?
Seriously?
From Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Wow, cool.
You know, and that shocked me. I've seen like normally. I don't go right to the end. I just watch to the end and that's it, you know. But I watched this one to the end, and it actually did it. I could actually probably find this one for you and show you.
Now, hold on. Do you think that that was an idea they came up with later on and sort of redid the ending when they rebroadcasted?
Well, that's the point. I don't know. I mean,
right.
All I can do is I'll find it for you if you like, and I'll send it to you, and then you can tell me.
Okay, that'd be interesting to find out, because Goku wasn't even a fucking thing when Astro Boy, first got going, right? So,
yeah. Well, Kim of the White Lion and all sorts of stuff came out first.
I actually have the dragon up there from the Dragon Ball Z series. It comes with all the little globes with the stars on them. Yeah, my nephew got it for me for my 50th birthday because he knows that I love anime. So You got that for me. I was like, oh, no way.
Hang on. This is from Japan.
That's where it comes from.
No, I'm going to show you something. You're not going to believe this.
Oh, well, I probably will if you're going to show it to me.
I beg your pardon. Oh, shit.
Sarah Jane Smith was the companion I was referring to. Thanks, Evans. Yeah, dude, Robotech was awesome. I think I'm roboting. Speaking of roboteching, I'm roboteching. Yeah, Robotech was awesome. Yeah, and what you're right, precursor to BattleTech, which was the second series to spawn off of that, or the first one to spawn off of that. What are you showing me?
I can't get it out.
Ah, that's what she said.
She never, ever, ever has said that. I've always noticed women say, "Get it out." I've never heard of them say.
Yeah, maybe I kind of fucked that one up.
Well, haven't you ever noticed women have got this bad habit of going, "Is it in?"
I've never noticed. I've never had that problem.
Really?
Yeah. Well, unless it actually wasn't, but I don't think I've ever had that problem either. It's kind of funny. I always said I kind of wished that I was kind of like an elephant that way. I would have to do less work because elephants are so large that, say something so that pops into the picture.
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Iron Man Civil War.
Yeah, but from Japan.
That's cool. That's cool. There's a lot of Marvel stuff that's done anime style. There's an X-Men series. There's an Iron Man series. There's lots, actually. So done by anime artists.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a this is also from Japan.
Cool.
It's
a manga. Well, you'll have to say something.
What about that one?
Dragon Ball. Sweet.
Yeah,
I'll just do that.
Yeah, well, now growing up with this sort of shit, how the hell can you believe in the Bible when this is the Bible? What, people can't do that?
Dude, I look at the Bible as just another storybook, just like the one you held up, with some fantastic tales of amazing beings with superpowers, and really it's all like, even you could call Dragon Ball, you could call any of the modern animes as being modern day mythologies, really, because they really are. They're just mythologies that are, it's all. If it's not something that's based nonfiction, then it's just made up stuff, and that's the way I look at the Bible.
Oh, here's another good one. I remember, when was this? About 1980, 81, and went to a church it was giving out Bibles. Okay, and not the little ones, but the thick things like this,
Mm-hmm.
And I went and I said, "Oh, great! Can I have about 20 of them?" Yeah, 20 of them. So he scabbed around and give me 20, in the big heavy bucket like this, And he said, "Well, you must have a lot of friends." I went, "No, we're going camping and we don't want to buy dunny paper." Oh.
Yeah, I'll take these for free.
Yeah. Free lease, get it?
Yeah, free. Yeah.
But he wasn't impressed with me.
Yeah, well, I wonder why.
And the sad part was he thinks I was joking.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh well, it's his problem, right? He doesn't like the fact you're going to use it for paper, toilet paper, or dunny paper, as you guys call it. So
yeah, plus I get to stoke the fire and all God. God knows what. You know, see, that's the point. You know, if God knows everything and does everything, why are we atheists?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Ahead of time that you were going to be an atheist, and he had every opportunity to fix that problem.
Yeah, the bastard died out. That's what happened.
You know, died. I don't even think he ever existed. He's just for me, it's all mythology, buddy. So he's about as real as fucking Medusa, from Greek mythology. He's about as real.
Medusa didn't happen.
No.
No.
Well,
I'm shocked.
No. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. I don't care how cool you are, but snakes don't grow out of people's heads. It just doesn't. It's about as believable as talking snakes in the Bible.
Ah, rats. Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, and but yeah, I just found over the years, didn't matter how it went, who I spoke to, it was just a load of crap. And all I know is if you got one book, one meaning. You don't have one book, dozens of bloody different meanings or different interpretations. You know, and a lot of it's got nothing to do with anything that was actually written in that book. So where do they get it from? That's what's fascinating me, you know. Well, okay, I get my idiotic thought because the Catholics and the Lutherans don't agree, right? Now, the Catholics say, like my dad used to say, you've got to go to purgatory and then we're going to work out what to do with you. And my mother went, there's no such thing. In my Bible, there is. And mother went, not in my Bible, there's not.
No, which one's right?
Yeah. So I used to grow up with this sort of shit. You know, fascinating listening to mum and dad. I'm sitting on the lounge going,
like tennis. It's like word tennis going back and forth.
Yeah. And dad would go eat up on some page, whatever it was, you know?
Yeah.
And mother would go, but that's not in this Bible. And they said, and dad would go, yeah, we'll go get a real one.
Maybe she got a discount on that one because it was missing a few things.
Yeah, you got a discount because there's less pages, you know?
That's right.
I don't know what it is, but
it's bullshit, is what it is.
Yeah, well, and as I got older, I found out the only spirit that I ever encountered came out of a bottle.
Exactly. Yeah, those are the good spirits.
Yeah. Well, there you go. See, there are good spirits.
Of course there are, and I drink many of them as often as I can because they're quite good.
And
well,
what
my friend,
the hell is it? And what the hell is a demon?
You know what? It's funny. I always say that. You ever notice that atheists never get possessed by demons? You ever notice that?
Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah, me either.
The only nightmare I can ever remember having is watching someone spit.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. No. Well, I'm just going to say we're closing in on the hour here, so I generally like to keep these. Yeah, I generally like to keep these. I know it went by pretty quick, didn't it? Yeah. But I find the fun conversations generally tend to go by pretty fast. So what we'll do is we'll shut down this one, and we'll run up an after party, and I'll send you the link for the after party, and then a few of our friends can join in and join the conversation if you're good with that.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Well, thank you, Frank, for doing this. That was great. Great to talk to you. Get to know you a little better, because the last time we were in a stream like this, we were with other people, and it's tough when you got a lot of people going back and forth to really kind of get to know somebody, right? So what we'll do is
people like Terry and all those ones.
Yeah, well, Terry will probably.
Anyway.
I have my group that I post a link to, so anyone who is interested in joining us is able to do so. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. Introducing my friend Frank here and his deconversion story, which was quite an interesting one. And we'll get together in a few minutes, probably within the next 10 minutes or so, and we'll have an after party. I got to run down and grab some beers because I forgot to do that beforehand.
Cool.
And I'll probably have a quick cigarette, and then I'll send you a fresh link. And you guys that are in my group, you know that I'll send you a link in the Neil's Usual Suspects group. And anyone that isn't a part of that group that does wish to join, let me know via Twitter, and I'll send you a link. Thanks again, Frank, for doing this. It's fantastic, and I will see you again in a few moments. Remember, kids. All right. And remember, everybody, like I always say at the end of these things, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. We'll see you guys next time.